Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Life. Now today I'm going to be doing another episode of Inside DBN. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I want to touch upon a topic that I just want to get to this, sooner than later, I suppose. And I know Quaman did something very similar with one of his Quaman Talks videos, and I'll leave that in the description down below. But I'm going to be talking about past videos that I've done, not necessarily the editing part, that's what he talked about, and I'll also be discussing my knowledge of the series, because I know that, when you're a Dragon Ball Z YouTuber, there's a higher standard people hold to you, and I'm just an ordinary guy who loves this series, and, analyzes it, shares my thoughts. Whenever I put out a video, I'm always open to debate, and everything sometimes there are definitely times where I think I'm 100% correct on something, but I've been proven wrong before. There's definitely smarter people out there than me on this series, but I'll touch upon that later. First, I want to talk about past videos I've done. Videos like What If Frieza Could Sense Ki, which I thought was a pretty good idea for a video. Terrible execution. The execution was terrible. There was no script, no nothing. I didn't use a script for most of my older videos, and that's something that I've learned to do for some of the more complex ones, like a Dragon Ball Z 101 episode. I'll use a light script, what ifs if I do those, which I need to get on what ifs, I know. Other things like that, the more complex videos definitely need a script, and they call for that. And I haven't done that with past videos. There's a lot of videos that I've done that are still on my channel today. Like what if Goku was sent to Namek instead of Earth, which was a terrible video idea, and I don't think that it was that good of a video. It's got a decent amount of views, but it's just the more people see it, the more people see that it's not that good of a video, and it's a little bit upsetting, but it's whatever. I've done a lot of videos that I'm not exactly proud that I've done, that I thought I could have done a much better job. Obviously I haven't even been doing YouTube for a year yet. I think I've gotten, I'm sure a lot of my older subscribers, who I'm so grateful that they stayed around since I've had, even around 100 subscribers, they've stayed around that long. I'm sure they've known that I've gotten a lot better at my discussions and, my thoughts on the series and how I analyze things. Everything that I do take a lot into consideration now when I upload videos. I think I do a much better job of my content. I did get a comment, and I don't know if they're listening to this. I tried to, talk to them, and they didn't reply to my comment. And it's funny because another person asked Quaman this as well, or they didn't ask, they mentioned it to him. And they said that the quality of my videos was starting to decline. And I found that funny because, I was talking to Quaman about it, and, he obviously, if you guys have seen his Quaman Talk series, he had this, another person say it as well. It wasn't the same person, but he did have the same thing said to him. And I don't think my quality has declined at all. I really don't think. I think it's improved. And with improvement, I've also gotten to basically upload every day for you guys. And, I've said this before. I never say I upload daily videos. Never. I never promise that. My video schedule, bare minimum, I try to do is 3 a week. And that's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And since late February, guys, I've only missed 3 days of uploading, I believe. So I've been uploading basically every day, at least once a day since February. I've uploaded twice sometimes, but I'm getting off topic. Earlier videos that I've done that I think I could have done a better job on, I think that Does Lightning Define Super Saiyan 2 was a great video that I did a while ago. I did do a Super Saiyan 4 vs Super Saiyan God video, which some of you guys will know is not exactly up right now, and that's not at all because I thought that was a bad video. I thought I had a lot of good points there in that video, and I think I came to a really good conclusion. I just think that the execution was very poor on that video, and I want to redo it in a different style, but I definitely have all the notes down, so you guys that were a fan of that video, or, thought maybe, even if you disagree, that I had some very interesting points, that video will come back eventually, but in a different style, I suppose, a more clean-cut style. I think that that's a video that I really need to redo. I don't like redoing videos, and I don't plan on doing that very often at all. But if it's something that needs to be redone in a much better quality, just so people understand it better. Obviously, it's not for like view whoring or something because they didn't get any views in the first place. I don't even get that many views nowadays. There has been one video that I did. I think I did a decent job on. I think what I said was pretty good. I think maybe the execution on how I presented it could have been better. I did a video on did Gohan lose his mystic form, and funny enough, that video I made in January, and a little bit before this month of May, it started picking up a lot of views. I had about 5,000 views, when May came around, and over the course of this last month, it's almost at 50K. Actually, by the time I upload it, it'll be at 50K, and that's by far my most popular video. It feels really good to have that. At the same time, I look at the comments, and there's people that, with a more popular video, there's going to be a lot of negativity. And I think there's just things that I could have done better in past videos. And, I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed that I've grown at my video qualities. So I don't think that my quality's been declining. If anyone thinks that there's stuff I need to improve on, don't be bashful at all and just tell me so I can, improve upon it if I think I do need to. Because I'm open for all sorts of advice, improvement options, I guess. All sorts of things, guys. You guys are my fans. You guys make this channel possible, even though I'm the content creator. If you guys didn't watch it, I wouldn't necessarily have the motivation to make the content. I've done this before. There's been videos I've done that don't get that many views, so I may continue them, but I might not do other parts of that series. I mean, I did just start a Xenoverse Let's Play, which, isn't getting a whole lot of views at all, to be quite honest. But I can't exactly just drop that series because I've started it, and I don't want to disappoint the people that are enjoying it. Even though only a couple hundred people are watching it, I don't want to disappoint the people that have been doing it, and it'll fill up a day or two in my weekly slots, I suppose. But if you guys did want to check that out and you're watching this and you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to it. I think it's a pretty good playthrough, actually. Quality's great, commentary, but I don't want to get too off topic. But you can check that out in the description if you want. Now moving on to my Dragon Ball knowledge, I guess. And this is pretty much the part that I took from Kwaman's bit for his video. I really did want to discuss this for myself. I think that when I started YouTube, videos like was Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 before the Majin Charm, I think that was a pretty solid video. I think now looking back on it, I think I gave a very, very good analysis to why he would have had his Super Saiyan 2 powers beforehand. At the same time, looking back on it, I think it's obvious that he would have had it, considering he had 7 years of training and he was completely unimpressed with Gohan, who he witnessed turn Super Saiyan 2. I can't imagine Vegeta's Super Saiyan form being, a whole lot stronger than Gohan's Super Saiyan 2. But, there's just things that I look back on. I think I could have done a better job in terms of my knowledge being increased, I guess. But I think I had pretty decent knowledge, maybe a little, slightly above average. Maybe it was average knowledge, but maybe my analyses were better, I suppose. I think that's been something that I have above average for a lot of people. Not to call anyone out, but, other DBZ tubers, I think there are other ones that I am better at analyzing certain aspects of the series than them. I talk to Kwame on Skype quite frequently, and we talk about Dragon Ball Z a lot, as you can probably imagine. And we always have our fun little debates and discussions. We always debate with each other. And we've both, proven each other wrong at certain points in the series. I'm sure he's watching this and he knows that I've probably proved him wrong many more times than he's proved me wrong. Not to take a shot at him, but it's just that I think when I point out specific things that I've analyzed more than he doesn't exactly do the analysis in the same way I do. He does the analysis for the what-ifs type of things. A lot more recently, what I've loved doing, and like I said, not to take a shot at him at all, and I'm sure he knows that, but just for you guys that are fans of him, not to take a shot at him, we're very good friends. It's all fun and games. I've more recently been looking at a lot of the power scaling and, figuring out power, feats and stuff like that. I've been analyzing the strengths and comparisons between characters in Dragon Ball, and that's something that me and him have talked about, and he thinks I really excel at, and I think I'm pretty good. I think that there's certain things that I want to talk about that I haven't put in videos yet, of course. I have plans for the future. Not going to say what yet to, not have you guys be waiting for it, just like that Dragon Ball AF video, which will be coming in the future. But that's going to be a big video. But I think there's just certain things about the type of videos that me and Quaman do that are very different, but at the same time are very similar. I do what ifs like him, just more infrequently. I used up a lot of my what ifs in the beginning of my channel, and I think that's both bad and good, because the thing is that when I use my what ifs, that's good because not a lot of people saw them, so it didn't make my channel associated with just what ifs. I got to grow later, but at the same time I was growing, I was diversifying my Dragon Ball content. It was still Dragon Ball content, but I think I have an enormous amount of series on my channel that make me very diverse. Not to toot my own horn, but I do think I am one of the more, in terms of just Dragon Ball, even though it's only Dragon Ball, in terms of all sorts of different Dragon Ball content, I think I'm one of the most diverse Dragon Ball Z YouTubers out there right now. In my honest opinion, I'm not trying to gloat or nothing. And it doesn't matter. Just because I'm most diverse doesn't mean my quality is the best. I think I have pretty good quality. Many people tell me that I'm their favorite or I'm the best. I disagree personally. I think there's people better out there. I think Black and Fist, Quaman, and even Rhyme Style, they blow me out of the water in terms of quality. And with Rhyme Style, he uploads 2 times a day, which is insane. It's something I can never do unless I want YouTube full time or something like that. But back to my Dragon Ball knowledge, because these things go all off course. These DBN, discussions, I guess, these Inside DBN. So, like, my Dragon Ball knowledge has increased, mainly through talking to subscribers, looking around and analyzing the manga, because I do own snippets of the manga. I'll admit, I don't own the entire thing. I own the whole series, anime version, but, I always look back at the manga, because I have ways to look back at it online and stuff like that. I do own portions of it. But I look back online before every discussion now. I used to not even do that, to be honest. But now I always look back at the manga. You guys see that I put manga panels in my videos a lot to support my arguments, because I want to be as clear and straightforward as possible. One video I think I did a very good job on recently was the Gotenks versus Goku video, which, I had some disagreements with. And a lot of people agreed with me, and there were people that, I had changed their heads about the whole debate, and I think that's great. I love seeing people's opinions getting swayed when I make a video, and at the same time I like when people disagree with me. I have no problems if you disagree with me on something, as long as you have valid points to back it up, because if you're just going to say I'm terrible or I'm wrong and have nothing to back it up, I'm not really going to look at your comment with any sort of weight. It's just going to be, you're just saying random stuff. If you have nothing to back it up with, then I really don't care about your comment. I suppose, if you're trying to debate with me at least, because it's not really a debate at that point. But aside from that, I think I've gotten very good at analyzing certain parts of the series. It's something I've really been focusing on recently. I've really been analyzing the Buu saga in particular. I think the Buu saga is my favorite saga in the entire series to analyze because of its insane amount of transformations for Majin Buu. All the, I guess you could say, confusion between the powers of Goku, Gotenks, and Gohan. I think nowadays most people understand that Gohan is by far the strongest unfused warrior. And the whole thing about Kid Buu being the strongest Majin, even though Super Buu is even stronger, even base form Super Buu is stronger than Kid Buu in my analysis at least. But this kind of just what I want to talk about, guys. Don't go on my videos. It's not like anyone's even doing this, but when you look at my videos, just look at it as a a friend discussing Dragon Ball Z with you. Don't look at it as I'm trying to... Don't make it seem as if I'm trying to seem like I'm some DBZ lord or something like that. Trying to, say I'm always right about something and saying what I say is right all the time. Everything's up for debate. I'm just like you guys. I think I just analyze the series more than you because... That's the wrong words. Not more than you. More than the average individuals. I'm not trying to point out anyone specific here, but I'm not going to edit this audio at all, so I'll just leave that in. Even if it could sound like an asshole-ish thing to say, hopefully no one was offended by that. Anyways, I think I just analyze it more than the average individual, and I've had many conversations with subscribers, and, it's always fun to do. I think I just analyze it more. I just look at these certain aspects of the show because I have to for my discussions. It's not something that everyone has to do, and I'm not saying that if you do that, I'm not saying if you analyze a series that I'm better than you, because I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the average person is a casual Dragon Ball Z viewer. They've seen the anime, maybe not read the manga, and I think that's what gives me, as well as Kwame and Black and Fist, the edge over people. But you know, I think Kwame and Black and Fist, I have been getting closer with our multiple discussions. I'm very close to their sort of knowledge, but I'm saying our knowledge is different because we do different types of videos, if that makes sense. They focus more on Kwame is the what if guy and theory guy, of course. Black and Fist is mainly analytical, and you know, he analyzes certain parts. What I do on my channel, which is something I've always loved about it, is that I take snippets from all the Dragon Ball Z YouTubers, and I didn't even intend to at first. It just kind of happened. I take what ifs, theories, discussions from Kwame, analytical Dragon Ball Z discussions and analysis from Black and Fist, gameplay videos from Thundershot, Toasty, Rhymestyle, all those guys, and you know, throw in my own discussions. The Q&As obviously was inspired by Kwame. All these things are kind of like a jack of all trades, I guess really master of none, except maybe my Dragon Ball Z 101. There's not really much like that. The only thing I know that's like the Dragon Ball Z 101 series is the Birds and the Bees of Dragon Ball, as well as maybe the Who is the Real series from Kwame. But with the DBZ 101, I try to not go quite as in depth as those guys do with their series, because I try to keep those at around 5 minutes to make them more approachable for viewers and newcomers, because they are meant for the newcomers of the series, and not everyone wants to watch a 20-minute video. But that's really what I wanted to say. Just, you know, when you look at my videos, guys, look at it as we're friends debating DBZ, or I'm throwing my knowledge out there. And once I'm done doing my debate in my video, you can do a rebuttal in the comment section as a friendly, you know, series of words, I suppose, a friendly comment, all that stuff, so we can debate. We're all friends here. You know, I really haven't had to remove anyone's comments from my channel. One or two that were completely absurd. You know, it's a very good community that we have here, and people debate and stuff all the time, and it's fun to watch. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching this. You know, go check out my playthrough if you want. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.